Hey, truck driver too? No, okay. Man, come on, dude. So I can work tonight and I'm off Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. It's raining outside.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. Fielded just outside the... And look at this! Right away, a loose football. It's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is, but to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Give him 8 yards. There's still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. 5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And there, the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
From the 10. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Minshew going to lead up the Jaguars 1st and 10 at the 20. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown in the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
First down, Jacksonville.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. It'll be Minshew again. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
To Thompson on the screen. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bengals' 32-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now, Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First catch for the man who led the Jags in catches a year ago, and it's a Jacksonville 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That one complete. He finds Shark. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On second down now, it's Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there. Fully good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Pay attention, pay attention. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough road for Minshew and the Jags. Out of the gun is Minshew. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And out. It's 4th down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And taken at the 46. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
At the 48-yard line.
First down. Here's Burrow. try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzama, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
At the 36-yard line.
It's Mixon on the counter. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Now 3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Randy Bullock lining up for the point after.
Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now 21-7.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. And it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Minshew. Going deep for Eifert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Sharks got it left side. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Nice play by DJ Chark there, and he's a great example of how a guy can improve from his rookie year to season 2. Quiet as a rookie, 1,000-yard season last year, ended up becoming a Pro Bowl selection for the Jaguars.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Again, Minshew looking to throw. Flush to his right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain.
On Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They run the counter. Mixon. And he's got a Bengals first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Or maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He'll air this one out for Boyd. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Randy Bullock.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
For Jacksonville.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Joe Mixon. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
He's brought down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Airing one out for Boyd. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 78 yards. And the Jaguars get a score closer. We were just saying off-air during halftime, could they mount a comeback, and how would it start? Well, it started in a hurry.
Yeah, they have to get back into the game, right? So if you're going to do that, you think to yourself, we need points right here on the opening drive. But even in their best game plan, did they expect it to be a one-play drive and put the points on the board? Probably not.
No, probably not, but they got it in a big way.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, Mixon. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the run, it's Mixon. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run with Mixon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 48-yard line.
2nd and 12. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, 48 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Being chased out left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Here's Minshew. Buying time to his left. To the left side here for Eifert. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And for Tyler Eifert, you know, it's a bittersweet game here. He, of course, spent the first 7 seasons of his NFL career in a Bengals uniform before joining the Jags in the offseason. His best year with the Bengals, 2015. He had 52 catches that year, 13 touchdowns, and his lone Pro Bowl bid to date. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Jacksonville.
Minshew sets to throw. This one caught by his tight end Oliver. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Nice job there by Tyler Boyd, finishing off the connection on the throw. Over 1,000 yards receiving each of the last 2 seasons, with 90 catches in 2019. Was thought to be a complimentary receiver, but with A.J. Green out much of the time, he became a reliable and consistent target.
11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They run the counter. Mixon, and 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be pressure, gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Sam Hubbard picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They'll run here with Robinson. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. From the gun, Minshew to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
It'll be Minshew again. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep them in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 20.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cincinnati, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Should be on mute. Yeah. I catch y'all tomorrow, man, when I'm off. We got to get down on this man at some point, man. Take your time. Oh, you gonna miss tackles. Everybody missed tackles. Everybody missed tackles.